Hey there, wonderful listeners. Welcome to another episode of LifeCraft Echoes. I'm your host, Osmond Okocha, and I'm thrilled to have you join me on this journey of exploration and growth. As a brand consultant and project manager with over 2 decades of experience, I've had the privilege of navigating the dynamic world of creativity and team building. Through my journey, I have learned valuable lessons, faced challenges head on, and witnessed the power of personal development in the creative industry. I am also the founder of Maca Studio, a space dedicated to crafting authentic and impactful brand design and stories. Through LifeCraft Echoes, I'm excited to open up and share my personal experiences, insights, and heartfelt reflections. Join me as we delve into the realms of teamwork, personal growth, and the incredible potential that lies within each of us. Whether you're a creative professional, an aspiring entrepreneur, or simply someone seeking inspiration, this podcast is for you. Let's embark on this journey together as we uncover the echoes of life, remarkable tapestry. Thank you for being here. Let's dive into another episode of LifeCraft Echoes.
Before we begin, a quick note. Throughout this podcast episode, you might notice that certain names have been altered to protect the privacy and confidentiality of individuals involved. This ensures that while the stories shared are rooted in real experiences, the identities of those mentioned remain respectfully safeguarded. Our aim is to provide valuable insight and reflection while respecting the anonymity of those who have contributed to these narratives. Thank you for your understanding.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Do you have a few minutes to spare?
Sure. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm fine, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I really need someone to talk to.
I hope there's no problem.
Sir, I'm losing my mind. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm losing my mind.
Feel free, please. Feel free. Just talk to me. What's the problem?
Sir, you will notice I have not been showing up as usual for the past 1 month or so. My life has been in a halt and I really don't know why.
Okay.
I wake up every day designing, but still pieces don't align. Like I've worked on 2 personal projects, all done halfway, but I'm not getting that feeling I get whenever I design.
I understand. Go on, please.
I'm tired and exhausted. I don't know where I went wrong. I'm just blank. Sir, I can't communicate this to my parents because they won't understand the young designer's plight. I'm just tired, sir.
Right. I'm going to respond to you soon. Just give me time. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. I'll be waiting.
It's okay.
By 2014, the month of May 2014, I traveled to Abuja. It was supposed to be a 1-year IT, but I didn't move on time. When I moved to this location called Abuja, already I have been in this choir team, elected as the assistant choir director. If you listen to my last podcast where I said Ben was voted as a choir leader and I his assistant. Well, because I was also a student in this location where Ben and I met, it was important for me to go for my 1-year IT. Traveling to Abuja was not just to get my IT done. I really wanted to be trained a leader for these people. I really had the eagerness to be trained a choir master, choir leader, as it is called here. So I intentionally chose the church I was to attend. And then when I saw this church, I knew there is a lot of inspiration here. So I remained in that church. Anyways, it was the first church I attended, and I want to think my step was ordered to the church. I took some trainings, earned a certificate for that, before I now finally joined the workforce. The workforce means that you can join the departments of the choir. I did that, and all through that period from May up until October, I would say I was being trained by them, unknowing to the music director there, to become a good music director. I paid attention to everything they did. I wrote down things. I saved most musics that they did in my hard drives. I recorded most praises that they did and worship, and paid attention to how they did it. I wrote down many songs such that I was preparing to come back to my earlier location and implement most of these things. Fast forward by October, I had been trained a good backup. As a good backup, my MD loved me so much because I had a very good and loud voice. He had trained me in backing up very well. He had also given me tips on how to score song. I had learned enough to take a choir from point A to point J. I knew about a choir team because I had seen one. I had a lot around me that inspired me. I had witnessed a lot. Osmond, you must understand that having a box guitar can help you score parts, and that will make you a very good singer. And then, as if that was not enough, when I came back to my earlier location, I joined a particular church again that I attended their leadership meetings on Mondays and got trained on leadership, how to handle people in general. I read a lot of books on leadership, listened to a lot of messages on leadership, followed a lot of ministers, especially my all-time Pastor Sam Adeyemi, listened to his messages, and I felt very ready to win this attack. By the time I had started implementing most of the ideas into this choir, I knew it was not going to be easy. I knew it would not come swiftly. I'm sure in the future podcast, I'm going to talk about how they rebelled and how they fought against my ideas. But for this podcast, I want to concentrate on the times where the ideas were good. You needed to see where I taught a song, and then the song inspired many of them to even perform very well. I was a leader who was not wanting to front himself, but to front everybody who is willing. I was a leader who is trying to bring out the best in them. They saw it, so they complied, and then all the ideas were coming to life. Blessing and John, you people are going to be giving this song a try. Try as much as possible to learn it. I'm sure you will do very well, and by Sunday, I'm trusting God that you will present this song very well. Sister Doris, I like what you did with that song at the beginning, but I want you to make it even much more better. Can you do that for me? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will try again. On Sundays, initially, it used to be flops upon flops. What I mean by flops is when we want to dish out a song, maybe the anchor could just forget the key and go to the wrong key, or the singers forget their role and not sing. And then there is that notice in the church that, oh, they just made a mistake. Hey, they make mistake, not easy, they are trying. Not small. They are trying, sha. They make mistake. No be so they make mistake last Sunday. It just be like, say they just like to make mistake. When they sing the one where they know now. I wonder, you know go sing the one where you sabi. Every day go they shout, oh yeah, so off key, eh? You go manage wetin you sabi sing. It was becoming so evident almost every Sunday for 2 months, and I told them it's normal because this is something they are not used to before, but they should always back up every ministration with prayer. They will come to this season where there will be no flops, and like I said it to them, it happened. There was a period of time where the flops became over, such that they met me and really appreciated me. Excuse me, sir. Hello, sir. Sorry, please. 1 moment, sir. What is it? Sir, me and Sister Blessing, we just wanted to appreciate you, sir. So you've been trying these days for us. So we are learning good songs. Everything is just so perfect. Minister, the song is interesting. Sir, you try. We just wanted to tell you that you are doing well. Is that it? Yes, sir. That is not a problem now. It is a work of God now. We must do it well. It is true, sir. You are correct, sir. But we still need to say thank you, sir. No problem. God be praised. No problem. This period of time, I felt like the leader whose idea well never runs dry. Once they came to rehearsal, I could teach them as much as 5 songs in less than 2 hours. And they were shocked because they have been the choir who only learned 1 song for each rehearsals. And then that song may not even be accomplished completely. They come for another rehearsal and still continue from where they stop, only for them to find out that the entire choir team has forgotten about the song. Or the person who attended the previous rehearsal didn't attend these rehearsals. But in this time, the rehearsal was so interesting that nobody wanted to miss anyone. It was so interesting because every song was carefully taught, and it was interesting the way they produced the voice. Every part were carefully taught, and people produced the part and enjoyed how the harmony they created amongst themselves. They were eager and willing to attend another rehearsals. So they didn't miss a rehearsal, didn't even try to come late. I was this time conscious person. In fact, rehearsal was by 4 o'clock, but I will be in church by 3 o'clock just to prepare for rehearsals, both prayerfully and, skillfully. I had a box guitar I learned how to play. So I come to rehearsals and I'll sit down in one corner playing the box guitar, rehearsing all the parts, getting ready for the rehearsals. And so some of them even come earlier to just join me, to just hang around me. I mean, the energy I was producing was enough to attract more people. And I could see how inspiration was making people to hang around me, and how this inspiration had brought these people together, and not only bring them together, but also bring much more persons into the team. And the team was growing. You need to see the progress we were making as choristers for us to even be appreciated. Wow, this choir don dey try. Hey, today ministration no be here. Omo, no be lie. These people don't go places now. No. It be like say, this their new MD don't they try well. Before they do like this. Not be small thing no. See her song just makes sense. Everywhere just calm, they peaceful. I want to say that beyond all this, there were moments where it looked like I wasn't receiving anything any longer. For some people, because I'm a Christian, and for some Christians, they will say, that must be because he has sinned. Why that may be true, I want to categorically say that I experience these moments every year consecutively, the same time of the year, even till this date, that I got to understood that wasn't any form of sin. That was a moment where the leader needed to be refueled. That was a moment where the creative well goes dry so that the person can be refueled. I want to also believe that there's a reason why we have rainy seasons and dry seasons, so that we don't malign the goodness of God or the goodness of our Creator and think that, this period must be the period where heaven is closed down on me. I also knew that as this moment came by, one thing was for sure. Each time I passed through those moments, once I come out of it, there was a bigger idea waiting at the end of that tunnel. There was a reshaping of the plans, a reshaping of the dreams, a reshaping of the vision that always occurred. And that was what happened consecutively every year. I marked this month where it usually takes place. I got ready for it every year, hoping to come through that moment with my writing pads, with my idea book note, to write down all the things that may come through that period, because I knew that I was going to go through a period, just be alone. Initially, it was a scareful moment, because the leader who everyone once knew would be expected to produce, as usual, more great ideas than ever. But then, I was basking in the old ideas unknown to them, and they were enjoying it. Not until that period of time or that season is over, I tell them there's a big picture and there's a big plan coming up, and they can't wait to hear it. This is what creative halt is. The moment where we had to pass through this valley. This valley isn't interesting. This valley, nothing flows. Everywhere goes dried. Every idea goes blank. It looks like we hear nothing, we see nothing, we know nothing. One thing to always note for every creative is that the creative is from a creator, and so the creator gives the idea. I stumbled into Job 32 verse 8, and it says, "But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth it understanding." Every human is just tapping from his creator. Every spirit in a man, they are just tapping from their creator. What they do with it is up to them. But if it is whether the inspiration comes from somewhere, it does. Even the inspiration to create a bomb, yes, it is. Whether they use it to bring a building that is blocking development down or to fight war. Whatever idea comes from the creator can be used both as force for good or for bad. It's up to man to make those choices. But if it is for the creative ideas, sure, they come from God. And then there could be that moment where everything goes blank. And I used to see it and still see it till date. That is a time where the creator needs the creatives to come to him and see better and see more. I want to say that every creative halt is an invitation to explore the depths of our creator. It's a moment where we pause for a moment and then go deeper. It's an invitation to depths of wisdom and knowledge. This is why we should embrace creative halt. I want to believe that every creative, every leader, every team person has a lot of wonderful ideas or potentials that are yet to be harnessed inside them. And then what happens is that they have to go through this creative halt to rediscover themselves. And then every creative shouldn't be scared to go through it. I also know that creative halt can also lead many people to feel like they are about to lose a lot, like they are about to lose their clients, they are about to lose people around them, lose the trust of people. I understand that. In fact, I think I recently got one message on that note.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Knock, knock. Mama Favor. Who dey o? Mama Favor. Anybody dey house? Hey, this woman sef. Cloth wey I give you since. To sew common cloth now, na it come be wahala. Wetin dey happen?
This woman don come again oo. Hey, she don come again oo. Na wetin I go tell am now? I no just know wetin I go tell am. I just know wetin I go tell this woman. Hey, be like say na to pre ten d say I no even dey here oo. How I go do oo? Hey, abeg I don tire sef. Hey, na wetin I go tell am oo.
Bros, good afternoon. Abeg, I be dey find Mama Favor. And we don't call her for phone. She know they pick my call. I don't reach her shop. They say she know they. Where she this woman come dey now? Cloth when I give her since. I won't wear am this weekend. I don't know wetin this woman just dey do me. And I don't pay am finish. Oh.
Sorry ma, I never see am o. E be like say she don comot o, abi she lock door. I no understand. Since morning you sef never see am o. No vex ma, maybe you go come back later.
Which kind wahala be this? If person no wan sew cloth, you no go talk say you no wan sew cloth. Na to dey just dey throw me up and down be this. This weekend now na im be the marriage. Wetin I go wear? Hey, wahala o.
Chai, na customer I wan just lose o. Customer wan lose o. Hey, wetin dey worry me? Wetin dey worry me? All this period I no just understand myself. I no just know wetin dey do me. Just to sit down sew simple clothes wey I dey do before, I no fit do am again. I no understand o. I no understand. Wetin dey worry me? Dey worry me. No even inspiration to do any work. No inspiration at all. E hold me. Hey, be like say I go call pastor. Be like say I go call am o. I tell am wetin dey happen o. I tell am o because me I no go understand again o. Hey, be my village people don come again. They don come start for my life again. They don come again. Hello, pastor. Good evening, sir.
Mama Favor, how are you?
Fine, sir.
How is everything?
Fine, oh. In short, Daddy, I'm not fine at all. I'm not fine at all.
What is the problem?
Daddy, I don't just know what is wrong with me. All this period, I don't seem to get it. I don't seem to understand. I don't have passion again to work. My spirit is just down. It's just down. I don't know what is happening. Food and money is not the problem. I have them. Customers have paid me to do a work for them. But I don't just know what is happening. I just can't sit down to do anything for them. I'm just disappointing them. I'm not sick. I'm strong. I don't just know. I don't just understand.
Take it easy. Take it easy.
Daddy, this thing is just...
Don't worry. I understand you. Just take it easy. Take it easy. When you have time, come to the church. Let us sit and talk.
Okay, Daddy. I will come because this thing is getting out of hand. Oh, it's getting out of hand.
No problem. I'll be expecting you.
Yes, sir. I will come. I will come. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
But you must understand, as a creative, that in the realm of creativity, even the most vibrant well can run dry. But this is not to an end. This is ushering in what we have come to know as new beginnings, where new beginnings await. We just have to embrace it. Because we are creatives, we are also imaginative. Every creative halt is an opportunity to pause, opportunity to reflect, reignite this imaginative fire in us. We should always embrace this moment, knowing that the other side of it is always better. My strongest advice would be that we take away our minds from what the people think, from what people will be talking about while we are going through this moment, because this is much more of our own benefit. This is something that develops us, and not be so interested on how long people will wait before we can come out of this. If it is possible, we can call it a break period for the leader, and so the team should wait. There were moments where Moses, the leader of the children of Israel, had to climb to a mountain, leaving the people in the hands of his assistants, Aaron and the rest, so that he could meet with his creator. This is very important for every creative. And this is the goal of this podcast, to tell us that there are times when our once vibrant well of ideas may appear to run dry, and to also let us know that it is in this moment that we are faced with what we call a creative halt, and not just to neglect it, but to embrace it and accept it. For this is where our imaginative fire is rekindled again. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of LifeCraft Echoes. Your time and attention are truly valued, and I'm honored to have you join me on this journey of reflection, growth, and inspiration. If you found value in today's episode, I'd be grateful if you could subscribe to the podcast and leave a review. Your feedback helps me understand what resonates with you and how I can continue to provide content that enriches your journey. Remember, you have the power to craft your own path of authenticity and creativity. As you go about your day, keep the echoes of your discussion close to heart and let them guide you toward your aspiration. Stay curious, stay inspired, and until we meet again in the next episode of LifeCraft Echoes, keep embracing the adventure of life. Thank you for being a part of this incredible community. Bye. See you.